in a sense that there has to be nothing covered by the, you know what I mean, right? It feels like the words, I have to be on top of the words. But I'm very small, right? Otherwise cannot. It has to be zoomed in. Or if zoom it in. Mhm. Correct. So at least they can, I can see myself a bit better, and they know that I'm talking to them. Hello, hello.
So the text should be looking like this.
See, it works. Okay, it's perfect. It's weird to be in my right side though. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. Oh, wrong. It's weird to be touching this with my right hand because I'm so used to doing it with my left. So I'm gonna do a few adjustments of my logistics here, people of the world, so that I can easily maneuver the stream deck. Okay, that works. Let's see how fast I can. Okay, I'm a bit more comfortable using my left hand with it. Ah, that's so amazing. You see that we have a very big arrow here on this side, so I don't need to point at it like a crazy person this time. So, everyone, welcome to the live session. I'm teacher Mitsuko. Today, I'll be sharing with you some very important programs that we are going to run during the June holidays because I know you're all so excited for it, and we are also excited for it. Say it again. Ah, show me again, show me again. There is a very special pop-up. Ah, like this. So nice. I like that. I like that. Join our June holiday program. So every time I actually say that line, that pop-up will pop up. It events, it events. Yeah, so today I'll be sharing with you some very exciting programs available for all of you, not just in the June holidays, but also after the June holiday, people. And so if you have questions along the way, feel free to comment them in the chat below. I am also reading out the chat here in the live session. And as we go along, not only am I going to explain about the programs, I'll also be showing you some of our teachers here in Radis at Work who may be teaching these programs as well. And the details of the programs, I will dive into them later on so you learn more about them. So it's a very good time to really start preparing for the live sessions. No, for the holiday programs. It's because we are less than a month away from it. And this is the longest break the child is going to have. Your child is going to have just before major examinations come. PSLE for primary 6, end of year examinations for non-PSLE takers, and even for secondary students, O-level is right at the doorstep. So, welcome to my stage right here. You will see on top of me, this will be my slides. It will be showing you a bit more of the details of the things that I'm talking about. At the same time, hello Sherlyn, welcome to you. Happy Friday to all of you. At the same time, our WhatsApp number is really right big there on top, so you can choose to message us anytime you feel like you need more answers to your questions about our programs, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yay. I like that. I like that. So, just to give you a quick overview, ladies and gentlemen, we have a total of 7 programs that we will be running for June holidays. I still like to see my comments on my left side as well. Everything on my left. It's Wednesday. Oh, so sorry. Oh my God. It is Wednesday. I'm so sorry. I got it wrongly. I've lost track of time, people. Thank you for that, Sherlyn. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Okay, we are halfway through the week. I hope you are having a good week so far. Yes. So we have a total of 7 programs that we are running for June holidays, and we have a program for every single primary level. So you might be wondering, sure, what's for me? Wait, right there, I will be explaining these programs to you as I move on with the live session. So you can see all the 7 programs right here on top of me. One of them is actually detailed here, okay, which is which is the June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course, a very important and strategic crash course that you may want to really go through just before you go and sit for PSLE Paper 1 and 2 this coming September. This is even more helpful for Primary 5 students as well. This is open to also Primary 5 students. If you really want to start very strategic PSLE targeted revision. Yes, welcome. Hello, Dav. Is that how I pronounce it? Or Davia? Just like number 1, it should be I, is it? Let me know. Welcome to you. Welcome to the live session. I'm basically going through some of the most important programs you can choose to attend this coming June, people. Now, a quick heads up. I'm going to give you the big picture. So what you see on top of me is the big picture. Okay? So, hello, thank you for liking the live, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, this is Caesar Mitsuko. So the big picture is, we are halfway through the year technically. By the time we end May, we're moving into the 6th month of the year, which is June. It is halfway point where there's going to be a long break for the students. At the same time, what's going to happen after this break in the middle of the year will be examination seasons, end of year exams, PSLE, O levels. And so I have laid out for you your options, your golden opportunities for June and what's after June on how you can revise strategically for the upcoming examination season. I got extra training and then I got student leadership training. So many trainings, Sherilyn. Make sure with all these trainings coming up, you really find the time to manage your time well. Yeah. There's kind of a lot of responsibilities you're juggling at the moment. I understand that, Sherilyn, and I trust that you see this as an opportunity to learn to manage your time. Wow, you're performing there on 3rd July. So proud of you. I wish you could see. But that is a very nice opportunity to take, Sherilyn. I hope you take the time to practice while it's still a few months away. Actually, 2 months away only, not a few months. You really need to make sure that you are managing time well such that you still have time to prepare and practice. So June holiday programs, you can see right here. It's actually out here, all the 7 programs. And then what's after June, do keep in mind, you still have 2 school holidays after the June holidays. And that is Youth Day and National Day. And that is also exactly why we're offering 1-day oral programs, because right after the National Day is the very first hurdle for PSLE, which is paper 4 oral. And then we haven't forgotten about you, people, Primary 5 students who are also preparing for end of year examinations, and all of you PSLE students who may be struggling with your paper 2. And so that is why we're offering from July all the way to September a 10-day fully online paper 2 revision program, wherein we will go through one paper 2 from a top school paper 2024 every night for 10 nights until at least you see patterns, you master commonly tested questions, and you know how to tackle these questions as well. Now, let me dive into them. So, 7 July and 11 August are school holidays, so PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course will be offered then. I am sharing this with you as early as now because we are currently, for the month of May, running the early bird promotion for this one, okay? This is a good time to really brush up your skills in oral just before you sit for the PSLE oral exam, which is also going to be in August. So you have a QR code right there. So feel free to scan the QR code and you see that there's a very big white button. Yes, Sherilyn. Teresa's birthday is on 20 May. Oh my God! 20 May? Oh, that's good. I will be on leave and I'll be back on the 20th of May. So maybe I can go live and greet Clarissa. Thank you, Sherilyn, for letting me know. That's exciting. When is yours, Sherilyn? So feel free to scan the QR code if you want to explore more about PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course. And if you see the white button right there, it's pointing at the Service Plus button. Feel free to leave your contact details. I can forward it to our customer service team, our center manager. They can give you a call if you have more questions about the program. Okay? Now, of course, if you want to go for a practice that is more personalized, adjusted to your own level, with the teacher's attention only just directed to you and you alone, we have a PSLE Oral one-to-one intensive coaching. This is also a one-day program. It's a 1 hour per session program. The good thing about this is you can choose from a set of 10 commonly tested themes. Choose one theme that you would like to dive into during the 1 hour session with a Write as a Word teacher. And then mine is 10 November. Oh, I see. It's a couple of months away. I see. At least I have a couple of people I can greet for different months. That's exciting. Yes. So PSLE Oral one-to-one intensive coaching. You can choose from a set of 10 commonly tested themes. Whatever you choose, that's going to be the theme you will dive into for the 1 hour coaching session with our experienced Write as a Word teacher, people of the world. Yes. So it's truly amazing because you have an option to do one-to-one if you really prefer that just before you sit for the PSLE paper 4. So you can ask all the questions you want to ask. You have the full attention of the teacher, and then the feedback is a bit more personalized, and you get the feedback that you want. Now, if you want it in a group setup, you can also do the PSLE Oral intensive crash course. Now, one last thing, the Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision, people, what you can see here, put my phone into a do not disturb so I don't get disturbed. Okay, so I like this. This is a 10-day, 10 weeknights. It's at 7:30 to 9 p.m., 1 hour, 0.5 per session. We will go through one Top School 2024 paper per night. It's a live online session. Yes, so the beautiful thing about this is that we are offering it in 5 different rounds. Just so there's, I know it can be hard sometimes to find the right dates for you to revise. So we're giving you a bit more flexibility by giving you 5 rounds of choices when it comes to the date ranges. So we can do a run. We were doing a run starting from July all the way to September, just before the PSLE paper 1 and 2. So primary 5 and primary 6 students, there are separate classes for you. So primary 5, you will be learning 2024 end of year papers, 2024 end of year papers from 10 top 10 primary schools in Singapore. For primary 6 students, you will be going through prelim papers from 2024. Going through top school papers as well. Okay, so if you want to have this kind of practice wherein you go through paper 2 drills, but not the type where you're just going in blindly answering paper 2 papers. No, at least there's a teacher that gives you the feedback. There is a technique that being taught for you on how to tackle the questions, commonly tested question types. There is a way for you to see patterns of question types and learn how to deal with them. This is a very good revision time for you. Wow, so amazing, right? So we are even giving you gifts. Every single one of you who will be signing up to our June holiday programs, or even the programs after June, the special programs, the PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course, the intensive one-to-one coaching, and the Top School English Exam Paper 2 revision, you will all receive a voucher. Yay! Yay! Yes. You will all receive a voucher worth $50, and you can use it if you want to actually give it a try doing our regular program. And here's one good news. This May, wow. So this May, this month, yes, we have just started this month. This month is the early bird month for PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course and PSLE Oral one-to-one intensive coaching. And we are giving this ebook away to all of our early bird enrollees. This ebook is so nice because I have also taken part in making sure this ebook contains whatever you need for examinations. This ebook contains a lot of things. Number one, the most important thing is we have detailed out exam strategies and exam SOPs that you can do for every single paper of English language except for paper 3. I'm used to say, I have laid out the things that you can do, various exam smart techniques that you can do for paper 1, situational writing, laid it all out there, what to do, how do you break down your question page, what's the first thing you do, like that, okay, what are the things that you should not be forgetting. Now, Then we moved on to detailing other things they should remember for paper one, continuous writing. Paper two as well. In paper two, we have included commonly tested question types for grammar, for synthesis and transformation, comprehension open-ended, comprehension closed, all those things, SOPs that you should follow the moment you get to that section. And then on top of exam XOPs and strategies, we're also giving you grammar cheat sheets of commonly tested grammar questions for PSLE. And we're not done there. Oh my goodness, so amazing. We've also included in this ebook commonly misspelled words for PSLE and vocabulary words and phrasal verbs as well. I'm not done yet. So yes, it's really oh my god, because we even included mantras that you can say to yourself on the very day of the examination to calm yourself down, to amp yourself up, give you that positive feeling as you face the examination. So it's really a combination of exam strategies, exam SOPs, revision tips, vocabulary words and phrases, phrasal verbs, grammar cheat sheets, and even examination day mantras that you can kind of tell yourself to calm yourself down and give you the confidence to face the examination on the very day itself. Okay, so May is the very month of early bird promotion for these one-day programs that we are running for 7 July and 11 August, school holidays. So scan the QR code, join us this month so you can get this very special ebook exclusively only for our early bird enrollees. Yes. Now, we are also giving away to all our enrollees for top schools English exam paper 2 revision an ebook of model compositions, over 65 model compositions fitted for primary 1 all the way to secondary students. Yeah, so many gifts, right? I know, it's amazing. So everyone come and join us for these because we are currently running the early bird promotion. Now, before I dive into the details of our June holiday program, because that's the one that's closest and is really coming up, let me now give you a video that will perhaps summarize what I talked about these one-day programs, about the top schools English exam paper 2, just to give you a quick overview once again on what your options are after June. Now, let's give it a go. Yes, that was me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that was it's actually a good time to really think about your timeline. This is a good time to really think about your timeline because the examinations are already there. And then the good thing is there is holidays coming up. So when examinations are getting closer, you really want to not just revise, but revise strategically in a sense that you start focusing on the areas that with a bit more weaknesses or strengthen your strengths already, or maybe you want to like across all subjects, which one, how much time do you want to spend on this subject or that one, depending on how you're performing with them. It's really time to be strategic now, both with your time and with what areas of the subject do you want to study on. Okay, so let's now talk about the June holiday program. Like that. It's a happy thing to talk about because we are running these 7 programs for all 4 weeks of June, ladies and gentlemen, so that we give you the flexibility. We bring these programs to multiple locations, to across 8 of our branches in Rochester Work. If you have decided when you want to take a specific program, do give us a call or message us in our WhatsApp number 8404981, big right there on top. Otherwise, you can also press the button here below, the Service Plus button. Give us your contact details. We will reach out to you ourselves to answer your questions. Now, what are all these 7 programs? I'll dive into that very much later on. Now, first things first, I would like to highlight this program that we have only really offered before during September, but because of popular demand, we are offering it for June for the first time. We have created a very new set that is only available in June. We are opening basically our story banking method that only our regular students are mastering and practicing all throughout the year. We're giving the chance to even the students in public to learn the story banking method, learn the strategies. That is why this is very intensive, because within 5 days, 3 hours per lesson, we are going to teach you the entire process of unpacking questions, of planning strategically, of learning a high caliber AO1 composition, of learning writing mechanics and good PSLE vocabulary, and finally, using these stories to adapt it to other composition types of questions and pictures. So if you look at this, for example, day 1, you will be learning the story seconds to choose. Do keep in mind it's 3 hours, because not only will you learn and master the story, you will also go through really the end-to-end process that you should do during the examination, which is basically unpacking questions, making sure you understand it, you don't misinterpret, because that's a very big pitfall that students, even the strongest writers, fall into. Okay. Number 2, you will also learn and internalize this story and really keep it into your head. So our curriculum writers have really created stories that are the stories that you can relate to, but it's a very jam-packed stories with a lot of vocabulary that will definitely help you write an AL1 level of composition. So QR code is right there if you want to read more about our June PSLE composition crash course. Day 2 is Super Sitter. Day 3 is Small Acts, Big Effects. Day 4 is Big Brother Ben. And day 5 is Trouble Bubbles. So you can see here right on top, 5 days of our June PSLE composition crash course. It's 3 hours per lesson, end to end. You really need to master this entire process and repeat it a couple of times until it becomes second nature to you to immediately know how to interpret the compo question and what it requires from you the moment you see it. And then you plan very quickly because you have internalized the stories, you have mastered them. And then because you've mastered them enough, you can use them to many different types of compositions while making sure that you've chosen the right story for the right topic, and you've chosen the right picture that you can easily use as well. These are all very good exam strategies that you must learn and master so that you can face the examination and you can face it confidently. So do scan the QR code if you are interested to join our June PSLE composition crash course, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Now, that's it. That's our June PSLE composition crash course. So what I'm going to show you now is, of course, this is the overview of it. These are all the skills that you are learning from this crash course, peoples. And I want to show you a student, okay? I like to show her interview when I'm talking about the crash course, because Romaine here is a classic example of a writers of work student who has mastered the story banking method. And you will hear from her how she manages to master essays, because she was with us from primary all the way to secondary, and we managed to interview her when she graduated from Writers of Work, and eventually really got A1 for O levels. You can see from her responses how story banking works for students who actually really much and internalize them and master our writers of work story. And we are hoping that the same thing will happen to you and you'll be able to benefit from the same sets of skills this June for the composition crash course. So let's listen to Romaine.
My favorite lesson is the essay lesson titled Best Things in Life Are Free. Truth be told, I adapted this essay to answer every single English paper 1 exam throughout secondary 3 and 4. Hi, I'm Romaine Zhu. I was the choir's head of events and publicity in Nanhua High School before going to Victoria Junior College. Currently, I'm pursuing an accountancy degree in SMU because I believe that after mastering the might of the pen, it is now time for me to learn how to use numbers to tell stories of great companies or even countries. My mom first enrolled me when I was P5. I was initially resigned to fate when I first showed up to my lesson at Writers at Work, thinking that it was going to be like the countless other tuition classes I had attended thus far. However, I found myself singing a different tune after the first few lessons and ended up studying here for 6 years until I graduated from secondary school. My favorite lesson is the essay lesson titled Best Things in Life Are Free. Truth be told, I adapted this essay to answer every single English paper 1 exam throughout secondary 3 and 4. It taught me how to analyze situations critically and adapt my knowledge to solve problems. I also really like the essence of this essay as it reminds me that there is so much more to life than simply pursuing what society deems important. I studied in Writers at Work for 6 years because of one teacher and one teacher alone, Teacher James. I have never met any other teacher who always goes the extra mile to make every lesson so fun and engaging like the way she does. I still remember a period of time when she taught me individually before lessons started every week because I really wanted to improve my comprehension. For as long as I've known her, she has always been someone I could count on to give me amazing advice, whether it is about how to improve my English marks academically or simply about life itself. Teacher James is truly one of the best role models I have in life. Yes, writing well helps us to express ourselves in words accurately, and this can help to reduce misunderstandings and conflicts between people that we interact with and work with. Writing well also helps us to speak well because we can craft a mental script in our heads before we talk to others. When it comes to presentations and making speeches, being able to write well increases our chances of delivering impactful presentations and speeches. It has made me an effective writer. I got an A1. It meant a lot to me. English has always been my forte, the one thing I know I can always count on. Getting anything less than an A1 would have been a huge blow to my confidence. It may seem like there isn't much use to excel in English compared to other subjects like math and science, but I've come to realize over the years that regardless of what we choose to do in the future, having a good grasp of the English language improves our chances of doing well in everything else. This is because all academic disciplines require us to use English to communicate, study, do presentations, and tackle exams. It feels very novel considering the fact that I used to study at Writers at Work. It has given me yet another perspective.
All right, she's about to talk about her internship journey, so I'm gonna post it right there. Yes, she eventually actually spent some time being our intern as well and helped in the curriculum. She helped the curriculum team and managed to apply the writing skills that she learned as a student here in Writers at Work. So Romaine there actually really explained the very beauty of mastering story banking. And I'm very happy to even hear from her that on top of being able to use whatever she learned in Writers at Work in examinations, it also helps her to realize the importance of being able to really communicate well in English, both in paper and orally, to connect well with people. So whichever industry you go, your English skills and communication skills will bring you a long way. So let's get started with writing and really grow your confidence as an English writer and speaker this coming June. Join our June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course, which will definitely help you prepare for examinations and at the same time give you the confidence to continue learning English. Yeah. Now, you have a very big QR code right there. Feel free to scan the QR code. Join us for our June holiday programs, ladies and gentlemen. If you have questions, yeah, you can see the white button, white arrow right there. Click the button, drop your contact details. We can forward it to our operations team, our customer service officers. We'll be happy to call you and answer your questions when it comes to our holiday programs or even our regular programs as well if you are interested. Okay. Now, some of you may be wondering, Teacher Mitsuko, I am very much I'm very much convinced of the lessons that you have. But what about the teachers? Okay, what can I expect from the teachers in Writers of Work, from how the classes will be taught? One thing I can definitely share with you is that our teachers, every single one of our teachers here in Writers of Work, are trained in a way that they actually go through a very rigorous training when they join us, because it's very important to us that they understand the teaching philosophy and the curriculum and the story banking method that we have here exclusively in Writers at Work. And we want to make sure that all of them steps into the classroom confidently with their own story bank, ready to teach the students in English, and at the same time learn how to manage the students in class and be the best versions of themselves when they step into the class. So if you can see right here, for example, our teachers are going through the lesson preparation training. Yes, even preparing for the lesson, they have a training for that. Because our teachers don't just go blindly into the classes and say, oh my God, I'm going to step into the classroom and just wing it. That's not how it works. Every single lesson in Writers at Work becomes very effective because these teachers, our Writers at Work teachers, spend a lot of time preparing for every single minute and second of that lesson before they step into the class. And we go through a very rigorous training just for lesson prep to make sure that every single teacher knows that engagement is important, not at the expense of learning at the same time, right? Every single teacher knows that there are many different ways to present something and make it something easier for the students to consume, to understand. And there are many ways to make lessons fun and still make them insightful. And then there are many ways to do them. And so they go through a separate training just for lesson prep. And this is also a good time where our teachers actually share amongst each other the best practices that work for each one of them. And that's how the entire team improved as a whole, because we have this system in place where everyone gets to share their knowledge as well. What other trainings? We even have this training called the Flash Forward training. So, as you already know, if you don't know, now you know, we do teach writing mechanics for our composition writing classes. So, for example, if you join our June PSLE composition writing crash course, every single day you will learn a writing mechanic. When I say writing mechanic, these are writing techniques. Metaphor, simile, personification, 5W1H, descriptive writing, 5 senses description. Flash forward, writing a very good flash forward is one of the writing styles and writing techniques that we teach our students. And we make sure that our teachers are experts of it before we dive into teaching them to our students. That's why they go through that training as well. What other trainings do you think we have? Marking training. Very detailed marking that we provide. Let me show you later how a marked script of Writers of Work student looks like. We also have classroom management training, parent engagement training, parent communication training. All of these things we go through so that our well-rounded teachers are able to teach the students, able to communicate and partner with the parents, able to understand even script analysis training, ladies and gentlemen. We train our teachers to make sure they understand the scripts of their students from schools, because every single school have their own way of marking their students' scripts. And we want to partner with the school in a sense that we want to understand the progress of the students by really seeing the results, not just with us, but also in school. So we do a script analysis training to teach and train our teachers how to interpret these different varied ways and rubrics that students from different schools come from, so we can help them better. So this is the caliber of our teachers here. They are trained, they go through rigorous training to communicate with students, to teach the students, to master our curriculum, to communicate with their parents and understand even their progress in school. And these are the teachers who's going to be teaching you for the June holidays and for the programs that I have actually shared with you after June holidays. So we will be happy to show you, if you are interested to see our teachers in action, come and join us here in Writers at Work. Interested? Drop your details here in the service box, service plus button. Drop your details. We will get our operations team to reach out to you. You can see it right there, the white arrow, very big for you to see. Yeah, or Our big WhatsApp number is literally there on top. If you want to message us, come and join us. Yes. So let me move on to our June holiday programs and let me continue. I have talked about the June PSLE composition writing crash course. Let me dive into our oral programs, starting with the ones that we offer for our youngest learners, primary 1 and 2, a very exciting 3-day adventure. Yes, that deserves their yay! This is a very exciting program that your P1 or P2 children, cousins, or friends should join. It's a 3-day adventure. I call it a 3-day adventure because the students will become detectives trying to figure out who actually stole the dragon's egg across all 3 days, while at the same time mastering oral skills per day and having fun as well. So we have 3 suspects, and we will dive into every single suspect every day and see what did they do on the day the dragon's egg was stolen, so then we can assess if they're guilty or not. So day 1 is the friendly fairy. So they will learn about the friendly fairies activities during the day. They will see and they will get the chance to speak the dialogues of the fairy. The focus of day 1 is actually intonation. The focus of day 1 is actually pronunciation and enunciation. And on top of that, to really put the engagement in the class, they also have a craft work. Of course, they're learning vocabulary words. They're going to present in front of the class to boost their confidence in speaking. They have a craft work. They actually learn how to make their own wands. And there will be a verdict at the end, whether they think the friendly fairy is guilty or not. And then the next day comes the wise wizard, zooming in on the wise wizard. Wow. Like that. Like that. The wise wizard. So again, this time around, they'll be focusing on rhythm and fluency here for this day. At the same time, learning as well what the wise wizard was doing the day the dragon's egg was stolen, present in class, another craft work. They will learn how to make their own wizard's hat. And finally, day 3, we have the last suspect right here, which is the grumpy goblin. Is he the one who stole the dragon's egg? 1 more lessons of fun, craft work, vocabulary, oral presentation, and the big reveal will happen on day 3. Who really stole the dragon's egg? The detective days will be over on day 3, and they will come to a conclusion on who really stole the egg. So join us for our primary 1 and 2 oral program this coming June. We'll be running them in multiple weeks in June and on different locations as well. You have to check with us, with our operations team and customer service officers, to check on which week you want to try and get the lesson, because we offer them on different locations and on different weeks as well. Yeah. So WhatsApp us. The number is on top. You can drop your contact details at the bottom, or you can DM us as well. No problem. Okay. Now, let me show you the ones that we prepared for our primary 3 and 4 students. This is actually what you see on top here. What you see on top here is actually the cover page of their holiday program. So primary 3 and 4 students, this is the very sweet spot where you can really start preparing for PSLE without stressing out too much. And you give yourself you give your child that runway to really prepare, so that stresses and cramming do not happen closer to PSLE. And because PSLE 2025 new format has the biggest change in paper 4, which is oral, there's a very big emphasis now on how students are able to really present themselves orally, and how their media literacy as well, how they interpret pictures, advertisements, and so on. And so it's important to practice and get strategic techniques on how to deal with all these changes. So for 5 days, we're teaching 5 commonly tested themes for the primary 3 and 4 students to go through, build their content knowledge on these themes: recycling, healthy lifestyle, aspirations, kindness, road safety. On top of learning more, building their content knowledge on these things, so they have actually something to say if they are asked questions like this. They will also get to practice to deliver their responses during this holiday program. 2 hours per lesson, 5 days, 5 themes, join us here if you want to give your child a very good oral practice for June. Yeah. And for our primary 5 and 6 students, of course, we have a lot for you since you are now facing the very big challenge, but a challenge I nonetheless think that you can definitely get and overcome, just PSLE and end of year examinations. So first things first, we have two sets, okay? Two sets of oral programs. I'm trying to make sure I'm pointing at the right page. Eh, no, here, should be here. Should be here. Sorry. So these are the two sets of oral programs that we will be sharing with you this June. That would mean to say, oral thematic set A will deal with 5 themes, 5 days, 5 oral commonly tested themes, and then set B will deal with another set of themes. I will reveal to you the 5 themes later on. But a couple of options. Some of you may have taken set A in March, then you can do set B in June. Some of you want to do a repeat to master these themes again. Definitely feel free to do so. You didn't get the chance to do this in March. We are offering these programs in multiple weeks in June, so you have the chance to actually get both set A and set B and expose yourself to all these 10 commonly tested themes, 10 commonly tested themes this coming June. Those of you who want a bit more of a comprehensive practice and you want to focus literally on paper 2, which also bears a very high weightage for your PSLE grade, you have your PSLE English paper 2 plus oral holiday program. Yeah. So these are your options. What I'm going to do now is to show you some of the teachers who may be teaching these lessons this coming June. So I was sharing with you just now, right, the lessons and the trainings that our teachers go through. Now I want to show you 3 teachers. Wow. I want to show you 3 teachers. First, let's start with these teachers, and the beautiful thing is they are sharing in the videos at the beginning of this year what their goals were for their classes and some tips for their students as well. So let's hear it up and all the beautiful personalities of teachers, of our Writers of Word teachers. Let's start with Teacher Jacqueline. Wow. That was Teacher Jacqueline. She is very good with kids. She's very good teacher, very understanding, very hands-on as well. Now let me show you another one. I think we can now watch Teacher Isabel and see also what tips we can get from her and her goals that she have for her students this year. Wow, short and sweet. That was Teacher Isabel. And now let me show you Teacher Edwin. Very practical tips from our Teacher Edwin as well. Let's go. Wow, very straightforward as well. Making sure you do your second draft, revise and recap to master your vocabulary. So, I would love to show you all the teachers that we have, but that is why I keep coming back to the live session because I'll show you more teachers in the coming days, ladies and gentlemen, who will be teaching this holiday program that I'm actually talking about right now. On top, those of you who just arrived, hello, I'm Teacher Mitsuko. I am sharing the beautiful holiday programs and June in this coming June, and at the same time in the upcoming school holidays after June as well, to help you prepare for PSLE, end of year examinations, or to generally just give your child a chance to continue learning and have fun during the holidays. Like Ronnie right here. Ronnie is also having fun. Yes. So a very big right there, I'm going to point it out using Ronnie. Scan the QR code if you want to just really, explore all the programs, holiday programs that we have this coming June and after June as well. We do have quite a lot of offers for you to give you the flexibility, whatever revision you need, whatever strategic revision you need closer to examinations, people. Yes. Now, as you can see right here, these are actually our happy students from our previous Writers at Work holiday program. Look at this. So these are actually pictures of our primary 1 and 2 composition writing. Very happy. And then we have here our composition writing still, plus our oral students who went through our primary 5 and 6 oral lesson last year. Actually, these are pictures from last year. Hopefully we can see you. You'll be the one in the pictures for this year as well. Hoping to see you in class and have fun with us this coming June, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now before I actually show you some very beautiful reviews that came from the very people who benefited the most from our programs, our very own students and their parents as well, who have seen the progress from our Writers at Work students, I want to show you a quick recap once again of the June holiday programs that we have. I have a video that actually talks about all of them. Do we have it, Jason? You know the video where I talk about all 7 programs? I think I was wearing red. Okay, well, it's going to be put up soon. I want to show you a quick overview because some of you may have just arrived. So welcome, I'm Teacher Mitsuko. I'm actually going through the programs that we're going to run for the June holidays and the school holidays after June, which is going to be the Youth Day and National Day. So we're running 1-day programs for them. And for those of you who really don't have time because you are busy during the school holidays, we have a 10-day fully online program weeknights, 7:30 to 9 p.m., going through top schools English exam paper 2 papers online with our Writers at Work teachers for 10 days. So it's an actual paper 2 drill for you to really master all the sections of paper 2 just before you sit for the PSLE examination. It is also available for P5 students. We have a separate class for primary 5 students. So please join us for this weeknight 10-day fully online lessons. Video. Oh, do we have? Oh, we don't have the June holiday like that. It should be the one that you edited. But if we don't have that, it's okay. We can play the other one. Let's play the other one, the one that you already have. The one that is not the timekeeper, but I am like using the screen.
Oh.
Okay, can that one we do. So let me give you guys a quick reminder of the timeline that you have before the examinations with this video, people. Yay! Like that. So, that's actually the timeline that you have, people. So come and join us. But of course, don't just take my word for it. Let me share with you now some of the best Google reviews. Actually, we have a lot. We have over 400. We have over 400 Google reviews. If you wanna binge read our Google reviews, you can basically visit our Google business profile, Google search us, every single one of our branches, Clementi, Bukit Timah, Tiong Bahru, Tampines, Marine Parade, Alcang, Bishan, and did I forget one? Bishan, Clementi, Ang Mo Kyo, and Ang Mo Kyo, and then you can binge read our Google reviews are right there, 5 stars from our beautiful parents and students and writers at work. But let me read some of them for you now. This one is from our parents. Felix went on to say, the teacher as writers at work is extremely passionate and dedicated to improving the English standards of our child. To encourage my child into reading, the teacher brought along a few books of different genres to lend my child. We're happy that our child has found the right genre and gained interest in reading. Thank you, Miss Afika. Shout out to our teacher, Afika, for sparking that reading interest in a child. It's a very wonderful thing to actually teach a child. The moment the child, oh my God, suddenly the light turned off. Oh, no, 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 it's actually changing colors. No. Okay. So, let's continue. Now, we have another one here that says this is the first year that our P6 girl is attending the enrichment class of writers. Very patient and experienced teachers. My girl has improved in her writing in paper two. Oh, wow. To have improved both in paper two and writing is a truly amazing feat. We're happy that you have made the improvements that you have worked so hard for. One more. Let's read the one from Betty. I highly recommend Writers at Work to those who need help with composition writing. My elder son scored from AO4 in P5 to AL2 for PSLE results after joining for only 1 year. Truly amazing. Jumps like that, even more than two. I have a student who had AL6 for prelims and then jumped to AL1 for PSLE, no joke. These are possible, especially when the students when the students interest and determination is paired with a very structured curriculum, a very structured practice and revision, and when those two are paired, the students can make those kinds of grades jump. Yes. Now, let's do another one. My kids have shown great improvements in their English language ever since they joined Writers at Work, and I'm glad that we have found Writers at Work. We're glad that we found you too. It is our pleasure to be able to always help students discover a love for learning the English language. The exams are always there. It's a reality that they need to face the exams. So we really try our best to make sure you learn exam smart strategies to face the examination. But on top of that, we really try our best to make sure that the very main goal here becomes that you see the value of being able to communicate well, especially using the English language, which is very much used across different countries around the globe. Now, I have read some testimonials to you. I actually want to show you an actual testimonial video from 3 of our parents. Okay, so not only do we get them from Google reviews, we actually do get parents as well who are happy to share their actual experiences here in Writers at Work. So let us have a look at what the parents, Writers at Work students have to say right here. Wow, four parents, no? Were there four of them or three of them? Oh, four. Oh my God. Not one, not two, not three, but four. Thank you so much for the oh sorry, parents don't want that. um thank you so much for the heartwarming words. Of course, we're always happy to see students really reaching their potential when it comes to their communication skills, writing, both reading, writing, and speaking, of course. Yes. Yeah. So everyone, I'm gonna share with you an actual testimonial from a student here at Riders of Work. Royston, do you see this picture right here? That's Royston and Yu Yang. They even interned for us here for a couple of months, just very recently this year. This year is it? Yes, this year. Let's read the review from Royston. I have been with Writers at Work for over 5 years now. This is a testament to the caring teachers, innovative curriculum, and engaging lessons. Writers at Work has taught me many examination techniques. Scare? If I had to only pick one technique, it would be scare, as it is a very useful strategy that I use to organize my thoughts before presenting my oral responses during oral examinations. I benefited from the Writers at Work secondary program as I learned and conceptualized many structures aimed at all aspects of the English paper to help me achieve better results. My WOW teacher has also taught many life virtues, molding my character for many years ahead. Oh, thank you so much, Royston, for that very actually well written piece of Google review. I'm happy you wrote that well because teacher James would have marked your review and corrected it. Thank you so much. And I really do love that I had the chance to actually interview Royston and talk about his journey here in Writers of Work for actually over 8 years because he started with us primary 3 all the way to secondary 4. And Royston is one very prime example of it's heartwarming to really see how the Writers of Work method and curriculum um, affects a child's overall communication, especially when it sticks over a couple of years. And Royston was an example of that because I managed to even interview his mom as well. And his mom was really able to tell me the difference of Royston being that shy, reserved primary school kid to someone so confident in speaking. And he even ended up really getting A1 and DSA admission for after O levels. Very proud of him and how he has really evolved into a very confident writer and speaker of the English language. Yes, and oh, you see, look at this happy boy right here. This is the student, and then the parent left a review. Glad we found Writers at Work and able to accommodate both my son's timing. My elder son is P6 this year and had a very tight schedule. Finding a fit to send my both son to class has been challenging. Writers at Work is the only place that has a lot of timing to suit my son. I like the materials and find that it is well balanced. Unlike most center that only focus on composition, I find that the other paper is equally important. Thank you to the teachers and staff at Writers at Work. Thank you as well. The parent mentioned about it's well balanced. It's because our students here have a choice to do a comprehensive English program where you actually get a balanced approach in mastering paper 1, paper 2, and paper 4. But those students who want to focus on composition writing, for example, we have a pure composition writing program to help you really focus on it. If you see that writing is something that you want to focus on and improve on, and make sure that you score well for it. Yeah, thank you so much for your reviews, everyone. What I'm going to try to share with you now is some samples, a bit more of a behind the scenes, the work behind every single wonderful lesson. So let me show with you, for example, our marked script. Look at what you see right on top of here, huh? So the way we do marking here, first things first, I think you already remember that I mentioned just now, our teachers actually go through a marking training because there is a very specific way we need the marking to be done. Firstly, we want to make sure that the marked scripts are helpful for the students such that they get they get actionable feedback from the scripts. The scripts actually tells them what the issues are in their work, and the scripts tell them how to solve the issues that are pointed out in their work. This is the complete formula. Sometimes things can be missing somewhere else, but that's what we want to make sure our teachers do here in Rise to Work. So you can see here on top, for example, the teacher canceled out a line because it was repeated, okay? And then the teacher indicated their variation. There's no variation in the phrases because the student just repeated a phrase. And on top of that, the teacher even here added an additional phrase that would help elevate the writing of the student, okay? And then the teacher indicated here a synthesis and transformation problem, which is a highly penalized error in language for composition. So a few things here. The teachers and writers of work are trained to identify the errors in the work, label them correctly so students understand how different errors are different from each other. And at the same time, the teachers will correct the errors. So when the students see it, they understand it, and then they can proceed to do the second draft, where they write a better version of their first round of work, their first draft, and internalize fully the mistakes and the improvements they need to do from the very first time they wrote the composition. Yeah. And then you can see it right here, for example, the teacher added one more additional line to beef up the content of the child. You can see they also congratulated each other on a well-played game. Teacher corrected here on top that the sentence was incomplete. It's another S&T error, which is highly penalized in language. And so the teacher completed the sentence, identified the error for the child. So the child, when the child writes the second draft, the child understands fully what is happening. And even on top of that, when students starts really showing signs of committing the same mistakes, Writers of Work teacher, of course, always points it out, talks to the child, and then, partners with the parents to make sure that they do work together to really fix the issues when it comes to composition writing or any other sections of English Paper 2 if they're under the Comprehensive English Programs of Writers at Work. Now you can see more right here, some of our marked scripts from our wonderful teachers. Yeah. Now, what you are seeing here is not a marked script, but this is the lesson prep of our teachers. As I mentioned earlier, they come to class prepared. They spend a lot of time, all the colorful things here, they are notes from the teachers. They're not in the actual notes. They really prepare the lesson that every single minute, every single second is worth the time of the students. That whatever that it is that they want to teach is taught in a structured manner such that it's easy for the child to understand. And then it's taught in a very good flow, in a very good flow that's manageable for the child, and at the same time, it makes the most out of 2-hour lessons. Look at this. All the details right here. This is actually the unpacking page wherein we make sure the students understand the compo question. They don't misinterpret it. We teach them the proper way to properly tackle different types of composition questions, because indeed there is a pattern. There are many different types, and there are many ways to understand them. Wow, you see, even some sample vocabularies here, the teacher prepared them beforehand. They even anticipate questions that students may actually ask in class. Yeah, that's a very wonderful thing about here, a teacher preparing for the lessons. So with all these benefits, right, teachers coming in, experienced Writers of Work teachers who know exactly how to teach the lesson, who are trained to do them, who prepare so much for the lesson, come and join and experience their wonderful lessons here in Writers of Work. I'm going to give it a try. We have our 7 programs for the June holiday programs, oral lessons for every primary level. We have a paper 2 plus oral lessons for primary 5 and 6, and of course, a dedicated PSLE composition writing crash course for our primary 5 and primary 6 students. So you have there our WhatsApp number, 8404-9281. Give us drop us a message in WhatsApp, or you can give us your contact details here, right here at the bottom. Service Plus button. Click that, drop your contact details. I'll forward it to our customer service team. They'll be happy to talk to you and answer the questions that you have with regards to the June holiday programs, or what are your options basically for all the other holidays that it's coming up, because we do have programs for all of you, ladies and gentlemen. And so when I say we do have options for all of you, these are the options. The 7 programs right here, and then you have 2 more school holidays after June, which is going to be on Youth Day, 7th of July, and National Day, 11th of August. And for that reason, we are giving 1-day programs that are targeted to improve your child's skills in oral, because oral lessons and oral PSLE oral will be coming up in August. It's the first paper that will be tested. Okay? So join our PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course and PSLE Oral 1-to-1 Intensive Coaching if you're interested to really focus on improving your oral skills. Plus, if you want to make sure you are ready for paper 2, we have a 10-day fully online weeknight lessons where we go through 2024 top school English exam paper 2 from top schools in Singapore. And every night for 10 nights, weeknights, 7:30 to 9 p.m. online, you will go through that paper with our Right to the Word teacher. Get that paper 2 drill that you need to see patterns, to learn commonly tested questions, learn how to tackle them, and master the sections of paper 2 before you sit for PSLE paper 1 and 2 exam. This will be running for 5 rounds because we're going to give you the flexibility to choose on which week you can do the lessons. So, give us a call if you want to join our programs, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to do now is show you another video. The video will be... What video going to show now? What have I not played? Let's show them again the PSLE timekeeper. Because we're about to end the live session... the 7 program have. Okay. Because we're about to end the session, I'll show you 2 videos. First, I'll give you a quick summary of the 7 programs we have from June holidays, because June holidays is the one that's coming up. So here's a summary for all of you, so you know what are your options.
Hey parents, June is tax season, and here at Live we've crafted an exciting lineup of public programs designed to keep your child engaged and learn. After all, the annual examinations are also just a few months away. Let's take a sneak peek at what is for your child this holiday season. First up, our June PSLE composition crash course. Over 5 intensive days, your child will dive into powerful writing practice, focusing on essential themes such as teamwork, perseverance, initiative, family, and mischief. What's more, we'll provide PSLE strategies, a vocabulary bank, and printing exclusive badges of our PSLE color compositions. Next, for more comprehensive practice, we have the PSLE English Paper 2 plus oral course. In this 5-day program, we'll focus on the key components of PSLE Paper 2, including comprehension open-ended, comprehension prose, and synthesis and transformation. Plus, 1 entire session will be dedicated to boosting your child's oral skills. Now, do you prefer to focus just on oral? We've got you covered. We offer specialized oral lessons for primary 1 through primary 6 students. For primary 5 and 6 students, we have 2 sets of 5-day thematic oral exam training to cover 10 frequently tested PSLE topics such as kindness, technology, travel, and performing arts. Parents of primary 3 and 4 students, we also have a tiered 5-day oral program designed for your child's level. For our youngest learners, primary 1 and 2, we offer a unique storytelling experience featuring boost told practice, complete with craftwork and vocabulary building activities. Finally, our primary 1 and 2 Writing Word composition writing program offers a fun, activity-based approach to reading writing. Young writers will learn new stories like TLC Sandwich, Razzle Dazzle, and Popsicle, and then will learn to bring their stories to life. No matter your child's level, we have a perfect program to boost their skills and confidence this June. Sign up now and make the most of the holidays with Writing to Work.
Okay, one more video is gonna be me again, but this video will at least, okay, that was a video talking about all the 7 programs we're offering for June holidays. But because I also started introducing to you what are your options after June, so this is a good time for you to plan ahead. These are your options, golden opportunities after June for you to continue your revision. So let me show you once again your PSLE timekeeper. Wow. Okay. All right, so at least you get one last big picture overview of all the options you have for the June holidays and upcoming school holidays, which is going to be National Day, Youth Day. So these are all your golden opportunities to revise strategically just before you sit for PSLE examinations. And for those of you not doing PSLE, your end of year examinations are also coming up. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I shall see you again when I see you next time. Have a good rest of the week, people. Goodbye.